very popular question that I've been getting. We're gonna be using this guy. I have a dentist appointment today and I'm not excited about it at all. I used to not really care about going to the dentist because it's just like whatever. That was until I got my wisdom teeth out. Do not recommend if I feel like I should have been sedated. It was just not a fun experience, and also like I still haven't gotten my feeling here back and like kind of cold to the touch. That's not supposed to scare you though. I did sign a waiver that could happen because one of them was like, what's it called? Impacted. I'm pretty sure it's that. So they actually had I'm not going to talk about it because like some of you watch my videos while you eat. As I was saying, I used to never really care about going to the dentist until then, and now I've been procrastinating my appointment. I had my appointment for last month, but what they do is that they make my next appointment for 6 months. Kind of good that they make me do that because I would not remember. So I had my random appointment that I booked in like January for July, and I just like I've been procrastinating it. I was like, can we do August? They were like, yeah, and now today's the day. I also had like a random dentist last time, and like she didn't talk to me at all. She was like checking my teeth or whatever, and then she mumbled something to a nurse that I've known for like my entire life, and I was like, oh, like what's going on? She's like, oh, like I'll let you know. I'm like, why didn't the dentist just talk to me? I'm just hoping I don't get that dentist today. Like I had another dentist that I really liked, and I think that's part of why I'm procrastinating this, because it's like switching your primary care. Like why would I get a random person? But whatever. Hopefully everything's good with my teeth. I have some sensitivity, but like it was always like that and it's never had a problem. But you guys, like why has Target not put out their fall stuff? They started putting out Christmas stuff in October last year, but it's almost September and there's like nothing. I also finished my book series last night. I did not think I'd be crying. Everything was going so well and I was like, oh my god, maybe it'll be like my other books where it's like only happy endings. Nope, that didn't happen. It's because I've been reading the series. I'm talking about Six of Crows, by the way. I've been reading the series for like literally 4 months, 5 months. Why did it take me 4 months to read 2 books? I don't know. I just formed this attachment to the characters, and now I'm sad because they're gone and there's like nothing else. There's a trilogy before, but I'm sad. I'm gonna miss them. But now I'm starting Throne of Glass and I already set everything up here in this little cubby. I feel like I finished Avatar really quickly. Everyone says that the series is way better, and it's in third person, which is my reading preference. Also my little outfit, I'm obsessed with these jeans recently. They're from Lucan, but I'm gonna try to find a link for you guys because I like worked with them a very long time ago. And then I have this Oskling top made in Brazil, and I got a text from my dentist. We're ready for you. Okay, let's go. I'm hiding in Publix because there's the biggest storm in the world right now. They even gave me like the little shoe slippers for me to wear because I'm wearing my Birks. I accidentally forgot to charge my battery because I knew it was dying. I'm praying it doesn't die on me right now. I put a little face mask on. I'm using this Beauty of Joseon one. It's the ground rice and honey glow mask. I actually tried this on I think 2 weeks ago and I really liked it. So, and I'm such a face mask girl. I love face masks. If you don't want to see my collection of sheet masks, because it's actually like I have a lot. I shouldn't have that much. Also, I ordered these little what are these even called? I got this multi-pack because I really wanted black ones to match my little headband. I also have a pink one. Oh, never mind. I didn't get a pink one. But I also have a white one, so it comes with a white one. I usually always wash my face in the shower, so I wouldn't really need this for that. Even though I think you're not supposed to, because I once saw a derm say that you shouldn't, but I do it because it's convenient. But the one annoying thing is when I put a face mask on and I literally like throw my head back and wash it like this over the sink, so that one, it doesn't go down my arms, and two, it doesn't get messy. I don't know where I was going with that. Hair is up. Let's try this out. I feel like this will take so long to dry. Oh, it's literally pilling. Okay. My skin feels so nice and soft. So good if you're looking for a new face mask. My nighttime skincare has actually been really simple recently. This is my nighttime holy grail. It's not too hard on the skin or anything. I think it has niacinamide, and it's niacinamide and ginseng. So good. I think this is like my 4th bottle because this is still like an acid. I went back to using my treatment that has tret in it. My skin is still getting used to it again, so I'm only doing it 2 to 3 times a week. I think tonight we're going to be using this guy. Depending on your preference, you can use it like how I do, or you can use a cotton pad. I do have a few reusable ones, and I do use it that way when my skin feels like I still have makeup and product in it. I don't know why I say like 4 to 5 products, because now I just use moisturizer. This guy. I've been using this thing for so long, and it got so popular as soon as I left Korea 2 years ago. And if I don't use this one, I use this one. And if I don't use this one, I just use my regular everyday moisturizer, which is this guy. So hydrating if you have dry skin. It's the Honey Halo. I got some stuff in the mail, so I thought we could open them up together. Got some stuff from this brand called Flower. I get so jealous of people that get their mail consistently. I love morning mail. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. Sometimes I get my mail as late as 9 p.m. like right now. I love trying new brands I've never heard of. I'm really excited for this one. I've been wanting to try this type of blush. They're like a little, like, what would you even call this? Like, oh, there's another one. We have 2 cream eyeliners. There's this brown one and this black one. I got a plum eyeliner in the mail. Used it for my makeup the other day and it looks so good. Ooh, that one's gonna look really nice. I think I'm gonna use that this weekend. And now we have Olaplex. They reached out a very long time ago. Actually never tried Olaplex before. I think I've only tried Breeze Olaplex oil and I really like that. We have the Olaplex shampoo. We have the hair perfector. And we have the conditioner. I think I went out of order, but that is how them up. Maybe that'll fix my hair. I don't know, my hair is like looking really brittle, but I'm waiting to cut it in a specific country. I also failed to mention that I started Throne of Glass, and so many of you told me to read Assassin's Blade first. I considered reading Assassin's Blade 4th because apparently that's like the most detrimental effect. I also did a little bit of digging and I saw that there's a lot of names mentioned that it's like you're already going to be introduced to them, so I think for now I'm going to do 3rd. What I saw was that reading this first gives everything a more dramatic effect when finding out what happened to her. So that's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, I might even delete this whole portion, or I might just keep it because like I'm going to show you how I've been making my coffee, because I actually switched it up a little bit. What I've been doing is making my own cold foam. I read once how mixing your milk and your coffee helps the taste and it doesn't like shock the coffee, so it doesn't make it bitter. So if you're a barista, let me know. You always want to go a little bit less on milk if you're not sure, because if not it could be too milky. So now in a little cup, this is an espresso cup, but in a little cup you're going to put a little bit of heavy cream. I don't drink dairy except the occasional strawberry milk. And this, to me, it doesn't count. It's just part of my coffee. And then we're gonna put a little bit of vanilla, like so. That's actually a lot. And then I have one of these. I always like slide it to the corner a little bit. I don't know why it makes it froth a little bit more. The reason why I use heavy whipping cream is that there's like no non-dairy milk that actually froths well. You could put more, you could put less. It does eventually go down, so I try to keep this part a little bit darker so that it's not too milky. I'm about to get ready to go to dinner with my friends. I thought this would be the perfect time to answer some questions that you guys have been wanting me to answer for quite some time. I usually do my Q&As on Instagram, so feel free to follow me on there if you want to be there for the next time. I always wait for 24 hours until I answer them, just so that you guys have the opportunity to ask whatever you want to ask. I have quite a few questions, a lot that you guys have been asking me for a very long time. So it's back to school, so I'm gonna start with the school related ones. The first one I have is, I'm going to start college and I'm so stressed. Do you have any advice to enjoy college life? By the way, love you. Love you too. I feel like by the time this is up, school has already started. But I think the greatest thing about college is that it is nothing like high school. You are going into a completely new environment. I think the best way is to think of it as like a fresh start. There's new people to meet, new impressions to be made. I think starting college is definitely intimidating, and I know it sounds really intimidating because you might have really intimate classes in your first years or first semesters. I thought that I would make all my friendships in like the smaller classes because there would be less people. It ended up being because I just happened to barge into someone's conversation because I was so nervous. I didn't know, like I didn't have any friends there. I happened to hear a girl talk about a professor that she took the last semester. This was my spring semester, and I was like, oh my god, I'm taking him this semester, like what did you think, blah blah blah. We sat together in bio and I still occasionally talk to her. How to navigate college, join clubs, try to make small conversations with people in your classes, even if it feels really awkward, because that was me. Like I'm not someone that just goes and makes a conversation. Like if I am, it's because I'm really pushing myself out of my comfort. And don't be scared to go to office hours with your professor. I still tell my sister all the time, go to your professors. Like if you have problems in the class, go to your professor. I don't know if that answered the question, but if you still don't feel like that's enough, just DM me. Did you ever feel like you couldn't live your life being a pre-med and aiming for med school? I'm gonna actually tie that into the last question because absolutely yes. I'm going to say that was the case only for my senior year because I was taking the MCAT and it was a lot. If you have the opportunity to take the MCAT when you're not taking classes, I really suggest doing that because it takes the biggest toll on you that I knew about, but I was not prepared for at all. Because it was my senior year, I didn't get to enjoy it because all I was doing is studying for the exam. There would be times where I'd be invited to go somewhere on the weekend and I just couldn't go because I had to study. There's a huge guilt factor in that field. I was very lenient too, like in the summers when I was taking orgo, because I took orgo in 6 weeks. Don't do that. Other than that, you're gonna have to find a balance. Please do not forget your social life because it is so important. You will feel like you don't deserve it, and this applies to any studies or major. Make sure to prioritize yourself too, know your limits. How do you stay productive after graduating? That's a great question. I feel like I'm never doing enough. I don't know if that's because I just did a lot when I graduated and when I went to school. It's a very different transition that even 2 years after, I'm trying to be more comfortable with. It's like, what am I doing with my life? But when I talk to anyone in my 20s, like everyone is going through the same thing, but no one wants to talk about it. And I feel like I need everything to be done like tomorrow. I don't know how to phrase it better, but there's like, no matter who told you what growing up, there is absolutely no rush for anything. But if you're in your 20s and you feel confused, you feel lost, you're changing your mind, or you don't know what's next, there are so many people that feel the exact same way as you. Your 20s is about figuring yourself out, and everyone's in a different path. How does it feel to navigate romantic relationships in your 20s? I live in literally the worst city for relationships, so unfortunately advice for being more confident and feel the best version of yourself. In high school was like not the time for me. Like my confidence, like she was not there. I think the biggest guide to confidence is really cheesy, so bear with me. I think you need to find what you love and be proud of what you're doing. You're doing something that's fulfilling you at the same time. So finding something that fulfills you, makes you happy, you need to find that little thing and grow from that. I will say that confidence is a very big mental thing. You go to your mirror and you say affirmations to yourself that you're confident, that you're beautiful, that everything is happening because something better is coming for you. That puts such an impact on your day, and it puts such an impact on your esteem. Like, literally put a little note on your mirror. I think affirmations are very important. I have an app called I Am. This one's simple for right now. I think I have it for 4 times a day. How do you decide to tune out what other people think about you? Most of the time in these cases, they are presumptions. Was it Tuesdays with Maury? I don't know which book it was that I read. Everything that you think that someone is saying about you, none of that is true. So if someone is actually going up to you and saying something very rude to you, it has to do with them and absolutely nothing with you. If I'm feeling that way, I like to be a little bit oblivious and be like, I haven't heard anyone say that, so like, why would I think that about me? If someone actually said that, then you start thinking like it has to do with them. What's some advice for people that are starting to find themselves? I think that's a big thing in your 20s too, is trying to figure out who you are. I'm with you, girl. I'm finding myself too, and what I've been doing is finding new habits, meeting new friends. I also think the best way to find yourself is through being alone. So maybe earlier in the morning, late at night. I put little lashes at the ends, and I used to do this a lot 2 years ago, and I always felt so cute, and I think I might have to do it again. Now we have a very, very popular question that I've been getting probably every day, and that is, are you still on the path to study medicine? My previous update, I did tell you guys that I was doing a gap year, and I'm very, very happy that I did do one. I think when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, my whole life was about studying. I studied every single semester. I didn't really know who I was outside of studying. So during my gap years, I was able to find who I am, figure out hobbies that I like. I have 2 answers. I think the short answer is no, I don't currently plan on going to medical school, but there's a lot into it. I think the biggest fear that I had was that people would think I just gave it up because I am a YouTuber, and it's really not that at all. I sat down and I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And I don't think I see myself that much anymore, because I don't think it is realistic to me. I still want to do a master's. I still want to go back into school. Question is now, when will I do it? I'm not sure, because now that I've decided I want to deviate from my original career path just a little bit, I don't want to just go into school not knowing what I want to do. Plus, medical school is a very, very big commitment, and it's not something that you just go into. But my better answer is, I don't know when I will go back into school. My answer to this question is, I don't plan on going to medical school as of now. I did always fear that there would be disappointment, because a lot of you looked up to me because that was my career plan. It makes me sad because it was something that I really, really wanted to do, but it's just not something that I want to do anymore. Like, it's not my number one thing that I think about. Was it caused by my gap year? Was it suppressed because I was studying all the time? I don't know. The one thing is that if you are going through something like me, you are allowed to change your mind. I think that's a big thing about your 20s too. There's a lot of people changing the career path. If I look at it in a bigger picture, I have so much time to decide what it is that I want to do for the rest of my life. Maybe I decide in 4 years that I actually do want to go back into medical school. Just as of right now, it's not. Your 20s are very scary, and I have learned that. It's a very touchy topic for me, but you guys also do deserve to know. I know a lot of you miss my study videos, and I do miss them too. I have the life goal of becoming a polyglot, so that's like not going that well right now. I need to get back into it, and I was studying Japanese before. I don't want to give up on Japanese, so I think I might pick up Japanese again. I almost started French after going to France. Yeah, that's my little Q&A. There's a little makeup. I'm obsessed with my lashes, and I only put 1 on each. Let's see how my hair is doing, because if not, we have try the mac and cheese one. What, the mac and cheese one? Do people actually order that?
They have. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, my ice cream is gonna fall. Cheers. Okay. Why you like it? No.